Hey, welcome back to my channel. On my last video, I mentioned how the Bay Area housing market could be imploding right before our eyes. Today, we're going to look at the actual numbers for the Eastbay for the month ending October 2022. Let's start with a quick summary. Total number of homes for sale is up by 1,000 units. Home prices are down by about 5% compared to last October and down over 23% from May of this year. That's a drop of over $300,000. Now, you would think that with home prices dropping and more inventory coming on the market, that the number of sales would go up. Not the case. That nasty high mortgage rate is deterring a lot of would-be home buyers. I'll talk about this mortgage rate at the end of the video and what you can do to go around it. For now, let's look at the regional activity. Take a look at these numbers for the 880 corridor. Only San Lorenzo was down in inventory. Albany, no change. San Leandro, up 94%. Newark, up 88%. Alameda, up 76%. Prices are all down with the exception of San Leandro, up by 2%, and Union City, up by 5%. Newark and Albany saw the biggest decline in price, 22% and 21% respectively. The number of homes sold in the 880 corridor are all down. In terms of actual number of units, Oakland was the highest, down from 286 units to only 182. Percentage-wise, Newark was the biggest decline at 63%. Moving on to West Contra Costa County, the number of homes for sale, El Cerrito and San Pablo both down in inventory, but the rest of the cities are all up. El Sobrante is up the biggest by 90%. In terms of the number of units, Richmond was the biggest gainer from 68 to 107 for sale. Sales prices, Richmond is kind of surprising. It's up by 6% considering there are a lot of inventory and the number of transactions for Richmond is down as well. The rest of West Contra Costa County all down. The number of sold properties are all down. Only 5 properties sold in El Sobrante. That's 75% less. Moving on to Central Contra Costa County, the number of homes for sale is up across the board. Clayton up 220%. Pleasanton up 169%. That's a lot of houses for sale. Home prices are all down in Central Contra Costa County. Walnut Creek marginally down by 1%. Clayton down 5%. Concord and Martinez down double digits. The number of transactions, only Clayton has good news. If we can call unchanged good news. All the other cities in Central Contra Costa County are down at least 35%. Moving on to La Morinda. Inventory in La Morinda almost double everywhere. Lafayette up from 22 to 41. Moraga from 6 to 14. Orinda from 15 to 36. Sales prices are eye-popping. Lafayette down a big 30% from 1.9 to only 1.3. On the other hand, Moraga is up 29% from 1.7 to 2.3. Orinda down slightly by 1%. The number of homes sold are all down in La Morinda. Lafayette down 32%. Moraga down 10%. Orinda down 45%. Moving on to the Tri-Valley. Looking at the number of homes for sale, Alamo is the only city that didn't add any inventory. Every other city is up big in the number of inventory. Danville up 72%. Dublin up a whopping 375%. Livermore up 96%, Pleasanton up 167%, and San Ramon up 185%. That's a lot of inventory in the Tri-Valley. Those increases in inventory didn't really hurt all the cities in terms of prices. Prices are mixed. Alamo, Danville, and Pleasanton are down, but Dublin and Livermore and San Ramon are up slightly. Quick side note, I've mentioned this on my past videos. I remember saying before that Livermore was the only city in the Tri-Valley where you can still buy a house for under $1 million. This past year, it's been over $1 million every month. I think maybe in the coming months, that sales price would come back under $1 million. Not significantly and only for a short period. Finally, the Delta. The number of homes for sale, only Discovery Bay was marginally up. But take a look at these numbers. Antioch up 94%, Brentwood up 91%, Oakley up 75%, and Pittsburgh up 26%. Home prices in the Delta is mixed. Antioch and Brentwood managing to go up by 1%. Discovery Bay, Oakley, and Pittsburgh all down. The number of sales all down. Antioch down 44%, Brentwood down 49%, Discovery Bay down 32%, Oakley down 26%, and Pittsburgh down 35%. My final thoughts on these numbers. These are October numbers, and these numbers are before the massive layoffs that was recently announced by major tech companies. I suspect when the full effect of these layoffs in the coming months hit the market, we could be in for more pain. This means people that can't find jobs and have homes to sell will start coming on the market, and some of them could be in distressed situation. Home sellers, there are still buyers out there. That's the good news. But with less and less buyers and more inventory coming on the market, you can see why prices are coming down and will continue to come down. I think we will see a lot of these in the coming months. For home buyers, there are ways around going this high mortgage rate environment to take advantage of all these additional inventory in the market. Buying down your rate or getting an adjustable rate are some examples. Some communities can even qualify for mortgage rates below 4%, and it's not income related, meaning you don't have to have low income or moderate income to qualify. The buyers out there that don't have a lot of money to put down and you are still qualified to buy a house, this might sound self-serving, but this is your chance to buy a home, and it may be a small window of opportunity. There's very little competition out there right now. You can ask for repairs, you can ask for credit. Look back during the last mortgage crisis that we had, and this is what it was like. Buyers are in control right now. Look, I'm not saying that the whole Bay Area is like this, but even in the most competitive city, the most competitive neighborhoods, it's not as crazy as last year. And if you are worried where home prices are going, if you're in it for the long term, 5, 7, 10 plus years, this is but a blip and a short one at that. I leave you with these charts that shows home prices throughout the years, where home prices are forecasted to be, and what happens to home prices during a recession. And finally, if you're thinking of buying or selling real estate, now more than ever, who you work with matters. Give us a call, a text, or an email. We would love to help you out.